Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 5th of February. I was just reading through a few notes here. I've been reading it yesterday evening. It's we're seeing all sorts of things here. China's stock market declined as it reopened following the Lunar New Year, while a measure of Asian shares increased for a second day in a row after Alphabet and AMD fell during prolonged trading. Okay, so we've seen a stock, apparently according to this, we've seen a stock falling. Let's just really have a look at what's coming up today, which is more important. It's Wednesday, so it's ADP. Yep, there we go. ADP non-farms due out at 1:15. We've got final services, US wise, PMI, ISM services there at 2:45, 3 o'clock. Now services is a big chunk of the economy, so I think all the news on tariffs, etc., are trumping literally all of the normal fundamental news we would get. So you've got to just tread carefully, but it looks like technically we're seeing some continuation of moves, etc. So let's go and have a look at the technicals and start off looking at euro dollar as ever. So you can see the euro where it's pitched up again today, pushing back up there a little bit. It's looking like it's just broken out of the trend. There was a descending channel sort of running through there before the news on the weekend. Looking away, if you ignored the news at the weekend and just looked at the normal technical analysis there, you'd be looking at this breakout of a morning here. It looked like they had the chance to go and close the rest of the gaps and get moving, and well, it's done that and looking quite positive at the moment. Now, a break of the R1 could see us running up to the R2 on a day like this because it hasn't hit the pivot, it's moved so strongly. We just need to see how it settles first thing this morning. The pound, likewise, in terms of breaking out, it's broken out its bigger descending trend there. Probably a channel there as well, actually, just looking at the pattern. If you drew the lines across, is quite a reasonable channel. I've just clicked on the button again and now it's confused it because I've clicked on the same button. Where's it gone to? It's dropped down one. Let me just come back to the pound for a moment. It's just taking a moment whilst I do that. It's not wanting to change to the pound, maybe this time. I'm having problems with my PC. It's not actually the software. The software seems to work perfectly fine. For some reason, the memory's got quite low all of a sudden. Anyway, so the pound, right, good, we can see it clearly. It's running into its daily 50 as I speak here. It's like someone else is pressing a button and all of a sudden it jumps back to the yen. It's so frustrating at times, this. Let's try it again. Get back to the pound. You see what's happening with the yen now. It's going where I wanted it to last week. Right. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's just not. There we go. Right. Back to the pound. Okay, so the pound has broken out of the trend line there. It's going to go back again. It's as if someone's pressing the buttons and controlling my system here. Having a laugh. Anyway, higher low. So we've got a confirmed higher low as we broke through yesterday's highs there, and it's continued and looking reasonably good at the moment. Now it's flicking backwards and forwards. It's something to do with the memory. I think it's just confusing itself. Right, okay. It's no longer what's going on. I don't know if it's my other software I'm running with this as well. Let's try it back again. Okay, so short term on the pound then. It's breaking. Yesterday it came off pretty nicely, did turn back again but broke through there. Still hasn't got up to yesterday's R1 sort of area, and it's looking again much like the euro, slightly stronger in some respects. It's pushing up here, maybe R2 again has got some potential, and it's just a patience game waiting how that sets out this morning. Okay, we'll look at the dollar yen now. I've worked out what it is, I think. So lower highs, lower lows kicking through here on the yen on the daily. So it has finally broken the lows I was looking for it to do last week. The bigger picture of what I was looking for seems to be coming through here. But this morning, well, looks like most of the move's gone. It's already hit S1, S2. Nothing I can really do too much there. It's a goner. Okay, Australian dollar again. We've seen all these the similar moves as we were discussing last week. There's a bit of a battle. Higher lows kicking through here. Again, very similar to the pound here. Now, it's more that it looks like it's more the dollar movement than anything else, because these are all almost mirroring each other. It had the same pattern here yesterday, pushed up, hasn't yet quite got up to yesterday's R1, but it's heading that way, and looking positive at the moment. So we are just seeing dollar sold basically. Even the Canadian dollar, after making 20-odd year highs, it's pulled back down. 2022-23 was the last time it had been as high as this. It's filled its gap obviously on Monday, Tuesday, coming off here again. There looks like a certain amount of dollar weakness running through these markets, not aided at all by the tariffs. Okay, New Zealand dollar, same as the Aussie. There's no point really running through that. I'd rather trade the Aussie than the New Zealand if I was buying either of them. US dollar Swissy, classic double top, break of these lows between the two highs triggers a move around about the same depth to the downside if it happens. That's how the double tops work, but it is still pushing southbound at the moment and looking quite soft at this stage. Lower highs, lower lows. So it's the same picture across the board. I should be very careful if you're trading this and trading it on different, many of the different majors, because you're trading effectively the same thing by the looks of it. They're all the same, near enough all the same looking picture here. We do then have to go to cross pairs maybe and see if there's opportunities here. Not the euro yen at the moment for sure. It's a right old mix. It filled its gaps, etc., but not making a lot of sense from this at the moment. It's all over the place, so it sort of sums things up quite nicely. Other culprits I normally look at, the usual suspects, is the euro CAD, but well, this could set up on the sell side again. It has, well, yesterday it did find support and bounce quite well off of it. This I call it a pivotal line. It's just where the price has been finding support or resistance against it on multiple times, not just in the near term but over the longer term. We got the lower highs kicking through here. It's found support off of its quarterly pivot there. See what it does here, because it's on the daily basis here. It's all shaped up, and it looks like we could see a continuation to the downside. We've got no news out on either of these currencies individually today. There's a possible short potential there, but the euro tends to move better in the current session, so we could see that pulling back a little bit. But if it does start rolling over, well, there's a potential opportunity. Right, there's not a, if you're looking for something special, there's not a lot of specialness coming around these markets at the moment. Gold continued to make new highs and is pushing back up again this morning. This just shows you the state of concern around the world. As we see our monitor, and believe it or not, I spoke to someone yesterday, it's a broker, and there's still lots and lots of people trying to short this all the way through. The obvious thing here, it's going up, but they'll try on intraday short-term shorts, and they're getting chewed all over the place. Anyway, if you want to lose your money, short gold at the moment. Right, or just send it to me in the post. Western Texas off a slight bit this morning. So Western Texas been all over the shop really. Yesterday it broke down some more, but it's a bit of an ugly pattern it's put in there with the spikes and the comments coming through. The mention of Iran yesterday and stopping all their production or their sales, more so than their production, which I guess will have a knock-on effect. The US effect on that pushed the price oil up for a while. We'll see how things develop from this. It really is the strong arm tactics at the moment. Right, okay, equity markets, they're off this morning at the moment. S&P's slightly off here. Let's come see upper time frames here. Yesterday ended up a bit off. Even the equity markets are now, I mean, this is quite an ugly picture we're seeing with the 4 hourlies on the S&Ps. I still would prefer to be on the long side than the short side in these markets, but they're very unpredictable, and that's all we're trying to do at the end of the day, isn't it? Work out which way we think it's going to go. Maybe if it can break back up above the sort of 60-15 area, around about that area, break back above its daily pivot, we could have an opportunity on the upside, but it's very iffy. Then we got some tech giants reporting today, so the likes of the Nasdaq could be all over the shop. The saviour, which is down the least, is the Dow Jones at the moment. So the Dow Jones is not coming off quite as much and maybe a little bit tidier than the others, but often the baby gets thrown out with the baby bathwater even, if the markets are bad. Right, okay, not a lot else here to report at the moment, so I shall leave you there. Wish you a great day's trading on YouTube, and I'll catch you in the morning. Bye for now.